this is going to be completely spoiler filled. So if you have not seen Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, thank you for tuning in. I mean, you're welcome to stay, but I don't want you to be spoiled. Okay. Now, one of the things that really pissed me off the most in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever was the death of Queen Ramonda. That was a horrible decision, in my opinion. And I really just don't understand what the reasoning was to kill this woman. Yeah, they were trying to motivate Shuri to do the dang thing, but there are multiple ways to motivate your characters. I mean, it's fictional. They could have wrote anything, but they decided to kill this woman on top of the real life death of Chadwick Boseman. I know when I did my Wakanda Forever spoilers review part 1 with Eman and Elliot, that was one of the first things we talked about. I was furious. I was pissed off. That's how I reacted the way I did on my fresh out of the theater reaction. Like, why would you do this? What is wrong with you? Are you crazy? This is, who made this decision? But I am glad to know that there are people that are part of the cast and crew that did object to this. And it ended up being Mr. Ryan Coogler's decision. This is the last topic of the day coming from the Insider. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever star Angela Bassett objected to Queen Ramonda twist and asked Ryan Coogler, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" My sister, I asked the exact same thing. Again, if you're watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. It's a shocking moment, especially since the film is already heavy with the loss of Chadwick Boseman. Angela Bassett explained in a new interview with IndieWire that she objected to Ramonda's death when speaking directly to Ryan Coogler and thought the audiences would hate the twist. And we do. Bassett said, "I objected. Yeah, I was like, Ryan, what are you doing? Why? You will rule the day. You will rule the demise of Ramonda. People are going to be upset." And she is so right about that. However, the director picked the scene apart for the star and pointed out that there are always ways for characters to return in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I just want to say real quick, I think that's crap. The star added, he was like, "Angela, I know, but look, to die is not really to die in this world. It doesn't really have to mean that." What the hell are you talking about? Coogler has a point because Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger briefly returns for a cameo in Wakanda Forever when Shuri visits the spirit world after gaining the powers of the Black Panther. While she hopes to see her brother, Shuri instead sees the villainous Killmonger because she is filled with rage over losing her brother and her mother. So it's not impossible that Ramonda could return in some way in the future because, as Bassett puts it, all kinds of crazy things happen. The actor went on to explain why the audience means a lot to her, noting that people will watch her performance even after she's gone. She said, "The audience is family to me, and the theater is sacred to me, And so I always think about how it's going to last. It's going to last on the celluloid or digital or whatever you want to call it. It is going to last when I'm long gone." Larry, I agree with her. I disagree with Ryan Coogler. I think he dropped the ball in this decision, and it is very upsetting. How do you feel about this, sir? What is your thoughts?
I mean, I didn't like it. I didn't like this movie in general, but I didn't like that they killed her off, and the way they killed her off was anticlimactic and lacked emotion. I mean, I feel like if you're going to kill off a character that's that significant, make us really feel it, and I didn't feel it. Like all the emotion people were talking about they felt during this movie, I just didn't feel it. I felt like it was lacking emotional depth. Like even the funeral scene that they talked about, it was short. It was short, and I'm not saying it had to be like an hour long, but it was short. It was too short to feel anything for me, And I think that and some people are talking about that people never really die. You can always come back, and they talked briefly about Killmonger came back because she saw him in the spirit realm. Well, first of all, this is my theory on this. My theory is she didn't actually see Killmonger. She thought she saw Killmonger, but she didn't really see Killmonger because she wasn't really in the spirit realm because she's not really Black Panther. She created some synthetic version of this herb, which is not really the herb. It wasn't even 100%. It was like 98 when she took it. She wasn't actually the Black Panther, and she didn't see Killmonger even in the spirit realm. She saw a manifestation of him in her mind because Killmonger is actually alive, and we know he's alive. And we'll see him again.
Oh Lord,
But
I don't know about all that, but keep going. Is that it?
but I just think that killing her off was just wholly unnecessary. It was just like it didn't advance the movie at all. Like this, if that was like supposed to motivate Shuri, I mean, her country's under attack and her brother's already been killed. It's just like if you need to kill her mama to motivate her too, she's the wrong person. And then she spends like 10 minutes as Black Panther, and then she's running, and then she leaves and heads off to Haiti. I mean, it's like this movie was the more I talk about this movie, the more I feel like I was like the movie was okay. The more I talk about it, I get to the point where I'm like, this movie was trash. You know?
I got you. Let me jump in here. If you're watching this and this is your first time viewing me, I did 4 reviews for or 5. I did a lot, and I did 4 spoiler reviews.
There'll be a couple more probably.
Yeah, everybody on my channel, excuse me, did give it a passing grade, except for Larry. I think you gave it a 4 or 3.5.
No, I think I gave it a 4.
Yeah, 4 out of 10. Everybody else gave it like a 6.5, 6.5, 7, B minus, things of that nature. So I didn't hate the movie. I was just very disappointed. But this is one of the reasons why I was so disappointed in the movie is because they did kill Queen Ramonda. And I just think that's completely unnecessary. And I don't know. It's a lot of people were just saying it seems like Ryan Coogler has an obsession with death in his movies. And I wouldn't go as far as saying that that's incorrect, but this is just really disappointing to me, that he made this decision, and so, and I think it's crap for him to come up with the reason is that she's not really dead. And, I don't want to see, even if she does come back in the ancestral plane, I want an alive character. I don't want them dead like Killmonger, in the films. It just, I don't like that at all. So I'm very disappointed with it. And I wish that he didn't make this decision.
I'll tell you one thing. I feel like the using Lupita in all this marketing material, I feel like it was almost like a bait and switch because the amount of screen time she had was so minimal.
Gotcha. But guys, let us know what you think about that in the comment section below, whether you're watching this via live or on the replay. If you agree with Ryan Coogler's decision to kill Queen Ramonda or not, over here we are severely disappointed, and I really wish that he wouldn't have made that decision. It's just very 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 upsetting to me.